Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 7 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter number 3. The lessons we're going to cover today are greatest common factor, least common multiple, scientific notation, compare numbers written in scientific notation. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I am on grade 7 math. Chapter we are on right now is number 3. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is greatest common factor. We're going to find GCF. So what is the GCF of 6 and 14, right? So when we're working on the GCF, we write down the common factors, right? Factors are the numbers that can completely divide a number, right? For example, here you have to find the greatest common factor of 6 and 14, right? So let's just write down the factors. You can do two ways. One way is you can do by using the prime factorization method, right? You can find the factors of 6 by using the prime factorization method, and you can find the one you already solved here. But I find this a quite okay. You can see here the prime factorization of 6 is 2 times 3, and the prime factorization of 14 is 2 times 7, right? So the only common number here is 2. That means the GCF is 2, right? Okay, we'll do the same one that is here so that you cannot be confused. The correct option is 2, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. You can have a look on the tutorial by yourself later today. They are already solved. That's why I'm going to start with the practice questions so that we can do more questions. Okay, what is the greatest common factor of 4 and 16? Let's just write down the prime factors. Prime factors means all the factors must be prime. If you don't know how to prime factor a number, that is the lesson we covered last week in from the same lesson, right? Just search for the lesson and do practice question. The prime factors of 2 is 2 times 2. The prime factorization of 16 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, right? So the common number here is 2 times 2, and this is the common factors. So that means the GCF is 2 times 2 equals 4. So 4 is the greatest common factor of 4 and 16. Got it? The correct option is 4. Today is Tuesday, isn't it? Monday, we have Monday 1, 2, 3, 4. Yesterday we did for grade 3 maths. Today that's for grade 5, 6, 7, and 8. I think you forgot you joined me yesterday also. That is grade 4. The correct option is 4. Okay, what is the greatest common factor of 16 and 8? Okay, so the greatest common of 16 and 8, you have to do the same thing. Just write down the prime factors of 8 and 16. Prime factors of 8 are 2 times 2 times 2. and the prime factors of 16 are 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, right? So these three and these three, they are the common factors, right? Yes, good. Is the greatest common factor of 8 and 16? The correct option is 8. What is the greatest common factor of 9 and 16? Which is the correct option? The correct option is 1, right? You don't have any common factor in 9 and 16. Let's just make the factors so that it can be. The prime factors of 9 are 3 times 3. The prime factors of 16 are 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. You can see they don't have any common number other than 1, right? So the correct option is 1. Yes, it is 1. If the two numbers don't have any common factor, they still have 1. Yes, the correct option is 1. What what is the greatest common factor of 6 and 14? Which is the correct option? The correct option is, yeah, the correct option is 2. But usually kids are using the chat box for chatting, not for learning purpose, sadly. What is the greatest common factor for 4 and 20? The correct option is 4 is the correct option, right? What is the greatest common factor of 8 and 2? Which is the correct option? Yes, 2 it is. The correct option is 2. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is, Least common multiple. Let's just start with the next lesson, that is least common multiple. What is the least common multiple of 3 and 4, right? So when you're working on the least common multiples, first thing you need to check is if either of the number is prime. If either of the number is prime, they don't have any common factors, right? Because prime number have only two factors. So you in case when one of the number is prime, you do not need to make the factors. You simply have to multiply both the numbers. That is the least common multiple of 3 and 4. 3 is prime number, right? So 3 times 4 is 12. That is the LCM of 3 and 4. Here you can see the least common multiple is the smallest whole number that is a multiple of each of two or more numbers, right? So write the prime factorization for each number. 3 is a prime number. You don't need to factor 3, right? So you have to factor the other number, and 3 times 4 is 12. The correct option is 12, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. What is the least common multiple of 6 and 12, right? Okay, let's just write down the prime factors of 6. That is 2 times 3, and for 12 that is 2 times 2 times 3, right? This is the common factor and this is the common factor, right? 2 times 3 and the one you are left is 2. For the GCF you just have to multiply the common prime factors, but for the LCM you have to multiply the common one and the one that are not common. 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 3 is 12. The correct option is 12. Got it? That is the difference, that the correct option is 12. What is the least common multiple of 11 and 6? Which is the correct option? 11 is a prime number. You don't have to factor 11, right? Simply multiply 11 times 6 and the correct option is 66, right? What is the least common multiple of 6 and 9? Okay, let's just make the prime factors of 6 and 9, right? That is 2 times 3, and for 9 that is 3 times 3, right? So this is a common factor, and these are the two numbers that are non-common. 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18. So the least common multiple is 18. The correct option is 18. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is the least common multiple of 4 and 12, which is the correct option? The correct option is 12. 7 is the prime number. So you have to do 6 times 7. Yes, that is 42. The correct option is 42. Very good. What is the least common multiple of 12 and 9, which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Thirty-six it is. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is the least common multiple of 11 and 10? That is 110. Option number. That is 110. Yes, you can use chat just to write the answers because that's the only way to communicate with teacher in the live session. But here kids are making friends, sharing their usernames for different games, social media. This couldn't be accepted. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is GCF and LCM word problems. You can do the word problems on your own, right? The next one is scientific notation. Let's just start with the lesson. How do you write the scientific? This is the scientific notation method. That is the representation of the numbers that are either too long, like they have so many number of zeros, and either they have the so small numbers, right? That is the scientific notation form. How do you write 1 point? You have to convert from scientific notation to standard form. Basically, the power of 10 tells you how many places to the right to move the decimal point. You have 10 exponent 1. That means you need to move decimal point one place right. So the decimal place is here earlier. You have to move one place right, so it would be here now. 15.7 it is. Earlier it is 1.7 and now it is 15.7. The correct option is 1.57 times 10 exponent 1 is 15.7. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. How do you write 7.19 times 10 exponent 3 in standard form? Okay, so here you have the exponent of 10 is 3, right? That means you need to move decimal point 3 places right. You have two places, 1, 0, 1, 2, right? Add third one and move decimal point 3 places left, 1, 2, and 3. It would be 7190.0, or either you can write 7190, right? Option number 2 is the correct option, that is 7190. Got it? Option number 2 is the correct option, that is the second one. How do you write 8.6 times 10 exponent 5 in standard form? So here the exponent of 10 is 5. That means you need to move decimal point 5 places right. You have only one place. 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to move decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It would be 86000. Got it? 0000. Got it? The correct option is option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? The correct option is option number 1. Excuse me. How do you write 4.82 times 10 exponent 4 in standard form? Which is the correct option? Option number 2 is the correct option, right? You have to move decimal point 4 places, right? How do you write 840 in scientific notation? So, which is the correct option? You have to now write from the standard form to scientific notation, right? So, you have to move decimal point now left, right? The decimal point is here. Move 1, 2 places left. It would be 6.4 times 10 exponent. 2, option number 1 is the correct option, right? Hold on, I'll back in a minute. So, the correct option is option number 1 is the correct option. How do you write 1.57 times 10 exponent 1 standard form? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. You need to move decimal point 1 place. Right, so option number 2 is the correct option. How do you write 3.6 times 10 exponent 4 in standard form? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is compare numbers written in scientific notation. Which sign makes the statement true? You have to compare them, right? First thing you have to compare is the exponents. If the exponents are same, like for example the first one, that is 2.6 times 10 exponent 1, and you have to compare it to 6.2 times 10 exponent 1, right? So just look at their exponents first. They both have exactly same exponent. Here is 1 and here is 1. Now you have to look for these numbers, right? So 2.6 is less than 6.2. So then 2.6 times 10 exponent 1 is less than 6.2 times 10 exponent 1, right? Let's just, the first thing you have to see is the exponent. Let's just start with the practice questions. You can have a look on the tutorial one by yourself. They are already solved, right? Okay, which sign makes the statement true? Okay, one of them is written in standard form and the other one is written in scientific notation form, right? First, bo- convert them both in the same form, either in standard form or either in scientific notation. I'm going to convert this in scientific notation, right? 1.83 times 10 exponent 2, you have to move decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4 places back. It would be 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4 times 10 exponent 4. Now just look at their exponents. Here you have 2 and here you have 4. 4 is greater than 2, right? So then 1.83 times 10 exponent 2 is less than 1.3 times 10 exponent 4, right? Less it is. 1.38 times 10 exponent 4. The correct option is less than 1.83 times 10 exponent 4 is less, it is option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Which sign makes the statement true? 1.7 times 10 exponent 3. You have to compare 7.1 times 10 exponent 5. So which is the correct option? 5, just look at the exponents, right? 5 is greater than 3. So then 1.7 times 10 exponent 3 is less than 7.1 times 10 exponent 5. Got it? 1.7 times 10 exponent 3 is less than 7.1 times 10 exponent 5. 'Which sign makes the statement true? 8.98 times 10 exponent 2 and 898. So which is the correct option? They both are exactly equal, right? If you write this 898 in the standard form, you have to move decimal point two places left. So that would be 8.98 times 10 exponent 2. And this is already 8.98 times 10 exponent 2, right? So they both are exactly equal. The correct option is equal. Which sign makes the statement true? Which is the correct option? 1.8 times 10 exponent 1 is exactly equal is less than 1.8 times 10 exponent 2, right? Because here the exponent is 2. The correct option is 1.8 times 10 exponent 1 is less than 1.8 times 10 exponent 2. Okay, the next one is which sign makes the statement true? 8.7 times 10 exponent 4, you have to compare it to 8.7 times 10 exponent 5. So which is the correct option? 8.7 times 10 exponent 4 is less than 8.7 times 10 exponent 5, right? Which sign makes the statement true? They both have exactly the same exponents, right? So 9.55 times 10 exponent 3 is greater than 9.5 times 10 exponent 3, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 7 math. The chapter we were working on is number theory. The lessons we have covered today are um, greatest common factor, least common multiple, GCF and LCM word problems you have to do on your own. Then scientific notation, the one we have just finished is compare numbers written in scientific notation. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So if you have any questions related to the lessons we have just covered, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, that's all for today. Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye.